Welcome to www.giftfromraymond.com. Today's topic, why throwing your ego out of your product or service is one of the most important wealth secrets of all. Throwing your ego to the side and listening to your customers is possibly the most important wealth secret you can ever master, especially if you have a product or service of your own. That doesn't mean you should ignore the inner voice that tells you that you can achieve all your goals, but sometimes we get so attached to what we think is unique or special about our product or service and how unique and special that makes us that we don't focus on the absolute number one most important person in this equation, the customer. My friend Donald came up with a time management software he's really proud of. What he was most proud of was that it would remind people in his voice of their tasks for the day. He had put a lot of money into having someone script a program. He had even taken voice and speaking lessons so that he could make good recordings of himself speaking every phonetic sound in the English language. Users could also set up an email account at his site, especially for sending themselves email alerts. He had used software similar to Outlook. He could also send instant messages to online chat programs, SMS text messages to phones, or even give a phone call reminder in Donald's voice, of course. He was doing all right, but his sales were staying steady, no matter how many different advertising avenues he took. Eventually, he reached the point of diminishing returns. He had to take out advertisements in more and more places just to keep virtually the same income going. Customers had been delighted with his software, so why wasn't it selling any more than it already sold? Donald didn't know. He had a great product. Other people thought he had a great product. His advertisements talked about what he thought was so great about his product. So what was wrong? And which of the most important wealth secrets was he missing out on? To find out, he decided to interview his satisfied customers. He sent them all an email and offered them a free upgrade if they would list the number one thing they liked best about the software, followed by the number 2 and number 3 things. Just to make sure he hadn't left anything uncovered, he also asked them to list their least favorite thing about the software. It turns out that most people's favorite feature was the text message notification. It gave them the benefit of a precisely timed yet unobtrusive reminder. Their least favorite thing? By far, people were the least impressed by the voice reminders. Some people even said that it got on their nerves. Well, that sent Donald for a spin, for sure. He could have kept on the spin by deciding that everybody was just stupid and that he was going to do his best to root out the people who really cared about his favorite feature or benefit and sell to them. He could have just dropped the whole project because of the blow to his ego, and he almost did. But instead, he quit focusing on his favorite part about the software. He changed all his ads to reflect people's number one most favorite benefit of the software. He also listed the other 4 most popular benefits. His own favorite benefit? They didn't even mention it. And guess what? His sales doubled in the first week of the new ads. And that brings us to what is perhaps the most important wealth secret of all. Forget what you like best about your product and focus on your customers or clients instead. If you have to give something away or spend money to find out what people like best, then do it. Because tossing aside your ego and listening to your customers is one of the best wealth secrets you can ever master. For more information, go to www.giftfromraymond.com.